hello girls and boys, how's it going? And welcome back to the Inner Sanctum, the place where I show you all of the tricks that I don't have right in front of you. And if you didn't get the joke, it's because you're new to the channel, and this is a show where someone's usually mixing a track or producing a track live, and it's usually not me, because I'm not a mixing engineer, I'm not a music producer, I'm a drummer.
Look at that!
And
what happened to my camera?
Well...
Oh, it's clearly not pointing at me.
It's
stuck. Okay, so continue.
So you can address that while I expose people to the concept of the show, which is the person that's the empty chair that you just saw behind me, is usually mixing a track or producing it. But we decided to give it a different spin to this time around, since I've been kind of overlooking the whole thing, in the post with the live stream and everything.
Look at that. I'm back.
Yes.
It's me.
So if you want to introduce yourself, stunning and brave, and from time to time beautiful.
That's you, not me.
Yes, Adam Grant.
Yes, there you go. Here it is. I am the guy who is supposedly to be mixing bad. We're running this stupid experiment, which has proven to be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Which is letting Thiago be the one who commits as many crimes against music, since the Geneva Convention doesn't apply here. So, what's the plan for today, dude?
Well, I just got here, so I have no plans for today, which shall be interesting. The first plan for today, if I have to do something, is going to Logic and listen to the track so I can come up with something.
Yes. Hello, Robin. Good to have you here.
Hello, Robin. Good to have you here as well.
So,
welcome back to Logic Pro 11. This is the mix. This is the project we're going to be working on. We have done some work on it so far. Very little. We gain staged and we did a little bit of EQing. Still plenty to be done, so I suppose now will be a good time for us to listen to what we got at this point and decide what we're gonna do next. Anything you would like to add to the conversation?
No, just do it.
Okay, so let's go. Right, what do you think?
Well, it's just elements of a mix put together in a way that it's not stupid.
Wow, how insightful.
Yeah, no, the thing is that there's nothing fun about it, Jetman. It's kind of flat.
It is flat.
Of course, because nothing has been done to it. Yeah. And the plan for today, according to what you just heard, what could you think should be done?
Look, I can't go as far as saying that I have a proper plan, but I have something that I want to address.
Which is?
Which is the organ. Because I feel that the organ on the later part of the track is correctly balanced with the rest of the mix, but it's quite lost in the beginning. So it tells me that it's in need of some fair amount of compression to try to balance a little bit throughout the entirety of the performance.
So for those of you watching, this is the moment in which you're more than invited to provide us with your own take, because what you hear is actually, well, coming out of the mixing bus. So every move he's going to be doing, it's going to be actually projected exactly the same way as it's being projected here to us in the studio. So you were saying you would like to do what?
I want to compress the organ.
Why?
Because I feel that there's some dynamism to the performance. On the later part is hitting harder and is fitting correctly within the mix. On the first portion of it is actually getting lost. So I feel that kind of keeping a little bit tighter, a little bit more consistent, the sound of the organ would make it fit more correctly throughout the entirety of the track.
Okay, how about if you just press play, select a section, a region, the section in which you think is more outrageous when it comes to the sound of the organ in conjunction with the rest, and try to elaborate. Because I can see your point, but it could be a situation. You'll see.
Okay, look.
Where?
I'm going to play from here. This is the part where I think that the organ is fitting correctly.
Okay.
I feel that this is fine. Now here, I feel that the organ's lost.
I think the organ is loud
Here,
everywhere.
okay.
It's way too in your face. And especially in the second section in which you think that is loud, is proper, I think is way too loud. Is where it becomes even more in your face. Because at the beginning, due to the harmonic content, the register in which the organ is playing, it's kind of playing on the higher end of the register.
Yeah.
So it's kind of audible. It should be audible, of course.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit too audible to my taste. Why? Because the genre.
Okay.
Guitar should be louder.
The guitar is louder.
Yeah, but the organ is loud for it. It's loud enough for it to be actually kind of noticeable.
All right.
Those are my 2 cents.
So you're suggesting actually lowering the organ.
I will lower the organ.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna push it down a little bit. Let's see how we all feel about it. Well, where's the organ here? Okay. I need to be in here.
Because you're now doing the logic.
No, but oh yeah. So
You can do it wherever, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Where's the organ? Okay.
Where it says organ,
On the
there
surface.
it should be the last fader.
Here's
All music, this is that guy.
here's is named aptly N.
Yeah, okay, wherever.
Okay, so let's go. I'm play and let's try to find the proper balance for the organ.
Yes, go. Look at that. Almost like it worked.
Look, the thing is, even though it's feeling right here, there is an interaction going on with the guitar and the organ at a given point in time. I think it's here. Let me. No, that's not it. Here. No. There's kind of a back and forth going on between guitar and organ, and I feel that the organ is not responding in a chord.
What's in a chord? Because you gotta be quite clear with what you're saying, man. Because in order for you to make a good move, that's a good tip. If you're getting started with mixing, everything you want to do, it's viable, okay? The issue is that you have to justify your decisions. And if you're having a hard time explaining yourself to yourself, means that probably your idea is not a good one, okay?
Chances are.
Chances are. So that's why I keep saying elaborate, explain yourself.
No, what I mean is that there is kind of an interaction going on with the guitar and organ, where the organ is kind of responding to the guitar.
Yes.
So for a moment there, it's like the organ is taking the same level of importance as the guitar because it's answering back, it's being part of the conversation. And since it's sitting beneath the guitar, considerably beneath the guitar in loudness, it feels like the answer is not actually living up to the conversation.
Okay, but you're trying to justify a move just for like 10% of the mix.
That's why the idea was to compress and then find a proper balance after the organ was a little bit more.
But what do you want to do? Because if you're concerned with volume, you already got a volume controller.
Yes,
which is
but
the
a volume
fader.
controller affects everything in the same way. All the parts that are going to be louder, they're going to be louder still.
But the compressor is going to even change the dynamics, not just the output, man. You're
Yes.
going to change the entirety of the sound of the instrument based on one particular section, which you could, if the problem is volume, have out automating.
I can.
Just pushing that portion of the music or the organ louder or quieter, depending on what you feel or you had for breakfast.
Yes.
That way, you preserve the qualitative elements of the sound, while getting away with the murders that you want to commit, the crime that you're thinking on doing. Makes sense?
Makes sense. It makes sense
Yeah.
indeed.
Can you move a little bit the window, the chat window, please? Because I have a hard time. Regardless of the position, it's because it was under logic.
Yeah.
Here, Robbie's saying that my opinion is, dude, I can read.
You can't.
That check. This is in my opinion on this is Thiago's mix. It is indeed. But
So I
just
can F it
because
up
it's
as badly as I want.
yeah, so Robbie's granting you the right to suck as much as you want.
Yes, we all should have the right to suck as much as we want.
Yeah. But I'm trying to help you, dude. Okay, so my recommendation in this case is this is I can see your point. Now you elaborate correctly. I think your assessment is fair. But I wouldn't go for a compressor to sort this situation. Because the compressor will change the entirety of the sound of the organ.
Yeah.
Does it need compression?
I think it could be compressed a bit
But why?
to make it a little bit thicker and fuller.
Yeah, but also, well, listen to it by its own. It's already kind of distorted, man.
Mm-hmm.
And distortion also has some form of compression elements to it.
Mm-hmm.
Here, Robbie's saying that he personally thinks it should be slightly compressed, but then automated. Yes, look at that, and even slightly. I'm gonna put a lot of emphasis on what he says here. Slightly. Why? Because it's basically what we're discussing right now.
Yeah.
The sound is already kind of compressed by nature.
It is.
You can truly take it through your nether regions. I'm trying to, you know what I mean. I'm trying to keep it PG.
Yeah.
Easily by compressing it gratuitously. So,
Yeah.
I think if I were you, I would have what you're suggesting to do as part of my notes, and we'll come back to it later because there are much more tougher and much more important elements to deal with than the organ
Yes.
in the mix. Just saying. What do you think?
I think you may be correct because you might know a thing or two.
It was Tuesday. Of course! Of course!
It was this one.
Lame.
Okay, that was lame. I ruined the moment. I had it perfect for me, but whatever. Okay, here, Roy's giving you a good piece of advice. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Try it and then huge it afterwards. Yeah, you can try that as well.
Yes. But now I'm kind of lost track.
Okay.
on what I'm gonna do because now I'm gonna leave
when
the
in
organ alone
doubt,
for the time being.
When in doubt, press play.
Yes, listen to the track. So
Yes.
let's listen to the track and see. Where's the cycle? Here's. All right, look, since I already decided to sit on the organ for the time being, I'm not going to do anything to it because I don't want to.
Yes.
Not in the mood anymore.
Somebody hurt your feelings.
Yeah, somebody hurt my feelings and I'm not in the mood anymore.
I don't want to do it.
I don't. No. No, but look, but one thing that kind of stuck out to me on this last run
Yes.
was that I want the guitar to be a little bit more defined. I think we did a little bit of a cut on the guitars, but I want to do some further EQing on it because the guitars are, well, a good chunk of this track.
Yeah.
And I feel that they are not there. They're not delivering. And I feel that they could be a little bit brighter. I don't want them to be too bright, too much brighter, but I think they could be a little bit brighter, and I want to see if I can beef them up a little bit as well.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's give it a shot. Let me just find my way around this again. Okay, so let's start off. Let me see this properly positioned.
It is indeed.
I think it is, right? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Here. So we've done
Nothing.
nothing, a little bit of a cut.
Just that.
So I'm gonna start because I'm always kind of off put by the idea that I'm gonna have to work on guitars as left and right independently, but I'll figure it out allegedly. So I'm gonna start with the low end and let's see what we can do from there. Okay. So there was some cutting going on.
We saw.
Yeah. How much?
The
Don't
hell
know.
was that?
What?
What was that?
There was some cutting.
Okay.
Yes. That
According
was,
to what? Based on what?
I started off with the left and then I went to the right and I cut some of both.
Yes.
Which frequency? Don't know. How much? Don't know.
That's what matters.
But
Did it feel better?
I think it felt better. I think it kind of demuffled a tiny bit the guitars. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Still work to be done. I want you to work on the highs to push it. I don't know if I'm truly happy with the cut that I did. But
I would go a little bit more aggressive, man.
Yeah.
Because I think you hit golden, and you can try even with the messing around with the width of the cue, making your band is slightly broader. And here Robbie is saying, judge, just make sure to judge, so that way why you're not sure about something.
Yeah.
So I would try effing around with the band, and in this case, I would even suggest you, just for sake of educational purposes, because you're learning as well, to solo and see the effect of the band
Okay.
on the guitar.
Okay. So
Your turn.
let's give it a try then. I'm pressing play. Okay. Yeah, actually, the suggestion of going a little bit more aggressive with the cutting makes sense. I feel that what it was doing is doing better now, and I don't think we lost the core of what we needed to maintain. So,
Of course.
all in all, reasonably satisfied.
Yes.
What about you?
No, I feel the same way. And actually, Robbie here is saying that I was about to say solo with and understand what you're doing. Yes, because a solo button is not there for you to mix, in my opinion. And this is, once again, totally just an opinion piece. But the solo function of a mixer or a DAW is there for you to kind of isolate the rest of the stuff and pay attention to the stuff that it's bothering you. It's not for you to mix, because the whole concept of mixing is actually blending all sorts of sounds together into a mix, right? It's impossible by definition for you to mix in solo.
Yeah.
But the solo button serves its purpose when it comes to making sure that you can actually just pinpoint exactly what is kind of getting in the way of your vision. So you finally saw the light. What do you think?
I think I feel illuminated.
Yeah, here Robbie's saying that he hears a honk at certain frequency, but I won't say which one. It's in the lows. Yes, it's kind of in the low mids, but I don't know. I am the guy sitting here.
Come on, you guys, make my life easier.
So Mr.
I don't want to work.
Mr. Mixing Engineer should come up with a plan for it.
I never called myself a mixing engineer.
Well,
you're
you're sitting in front of the desk, so you are.
I only criticized you. I never said that I was better.
Yeah, but but you're there now, so you gotta deal with it. Welcome
Okay.
to the party, pal. Okay.
Look, since I'm already in the middle of something, before I tackle the honkiness, I want to finish what I had planned for the guitars, and then I'm gonna try to focus on the honkiness that's been exposed by the two of you. So let's go for it. Okay.
Damn, I don't know what I'm doing. Face was awesome.
If I'm looking lost,
It's because
I'm only looking half as lost as I feel.
well, not all of those who are wandering are lost, man. So
Oh, that was beautiful. Man.
yes, yeah.
Did you just come up with it?
Yeah, of course I did. No, it's to quote George R. R. Martin. Okay, so now I think it was not necessarily bad, man.
Yeah, but the plan was to add a little bit more of the definition to the guitars, and I do think a definition was added.
Bad, the honking is still there, man.
Yeah, well, I didn't address it. I did something else.
Yeah, you didn't give a damn.
No,
Okay.
no damns given.
Yeah, clearly. No,
Yes.
I think since this is kind of a low end situation, maybe I don't know. Could it be possible that the cymbals could be responsible for it? No. Have you tried not sucking first and foremost, and secondly?
No, never in my life.
No, it's clear to everybody. No. Have you seen? Why don't you take a look at the what's her face?
What's her face?
The bass.
The face.
Yes. Here's saying, I hear honk. The CLA trick that work. Which CLA trick do you mean? Are you referring to Rob?
The thing is that I'm pulling off tricks that
Because
you're unaware of.
If you you got in front of you CLA. Okay, so
Look, I'm feeling kind of contrarian today.
I can say it.
So I don't want to hit the bass just because you told me to.
Okay.
Because F you, I won't do what you tell me kind of
Okay.
thing.
Look at that.
No, I will, but once again, since I'm already at the guitars, and this might simply be how my brain works, I want to conclude what I'm planning for the guitars, and then I'm gonna move on to the bass. All right, so let's give it a chance. I think I'm gonna say I'm not even convinced that this will work, but I want to see if I can beef up the guitars, pushing a little bit the lows.
Oh,
but I'll see.
He's saying, no, what you did, yeah, you boosted at 5K. That's the trick. Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Yeah, I didn't know that I was doing it, but thank you for letting me know what I was
that's
doing.
What, well, you're
At least one of us know what I'm doing.
yeah, because sometimes today you're who are you today? Tony Maserati?
No, more on the lines of Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, Microsoft. Yes, okay.
Just
Okay.
because of I'm talking about the one in Monsters S.A. Of course.
I was saying Monsters Inc. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to beef up the guitars by pushing the lows. I don't know if that's actually gonna work, but I'm gonna try it.
Well, you're facing low end issues, but whatever. Sounds like a good idea. Go.
It sounds like a fantastic idea. Let's see.
Totally a plan.
Yeah, so let's see. Okay, I did something completely different from what I expected. I cut.
Yeah. I wonder why. Could you elaborate more? Because I wonder why would you cut rather than boost?
Look, I'm experimenting, okay? I'm see me as an alchemist.
Of a scientist, we need that one, man.
Yeah. I'm something of a scientist myself.
Yes. Okay. So elaborate.
So I wanted to see, and I saw that my plan was dumb.
And what you saw?
I saw quite a lot of low end
Many things.
becoming rumbly. So I decided to go the other way. I cut a little bit, just a little bit. I think I cut more on the left than the right.
That's not necessarily a problem.
Yeah.
Why?
And-
And are you aware that you're rocking two different equalizers?
yes, I am aware.
That's good. No, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Could you elaborate more? Because that's actually clever. Probably a happy accent. Probably something that you just got aware by me telling you that you might not be aware of it.
No,
Just saying.
I was aware because they changed colors.
Okay.
So I'm not that unaware of what I'm doing, but
Okay, elaborate.
but it wasn't a conscious decision.
Explain
No.
explain to those who are not familiar with this plugins. What on earth did just happen?
So as you can see here, this guy, it has the orange. They don't see my hand. This guy has the
do.
orange round circle thingy on, and this guy has the green one. So there are two different flavors
So
of
appropriate. It's
equalization.
black, dude. It's not green.
Looks green from where I'm standing.
Oh, you mean the knobs?
No, I'm talking the
button.
The button.
That's the black knob. That's the black.
Yes.
And you know why?
Why?
Check the low end, the low frequency band.
Where?
The low frequency band is the one at the very end.
Yeah.
LF. Those
Yes.
are the ones that change colors, man. That one is known as the brown, and that one is known as the black one.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and those are the only bands that changes. But they change dramatically, man.
Yeah, the impact is different. I
Huge.
think that's probably one of the reasons why I decided to cut less in one than the other. Probably.
Yeah, I truly promote these plugins. They're very good, and you get quite a good bang for the buck because you see the difference in the EQs. And I happen to own all of the different channel strips produced so far by SL. All of them are great. And no, this is not a sponsored show yet. I would love to be sponsored by SSL, of course. But I like their plugins so much, their stuff so much because it simply works. It's like Apple used to be back in the day.
Not anymore.
No, like 20 years ago, wherever. So yeah, Hero is saying that a CLA usually promotes the range between 1.6K and 5 to 6K. Yeah, but I don't know if I can read the rest, man.
Give me a second.
Yes. Move the preview.
Oh, damn.
Beautiful. No, just move it. Dude, just drag it. No. No.
What a mess.
Just like that.
No, but look.
Oh, damn it. Okay,
I don't even know how that happened.
I know. It's active Windows. Oh, damn. Do it correct, please.
Yeah, give me a second.
In the meantime,
why don't you put yourself in camera?
No, I should have been showing the world what you're doing with. Look at this mess. Look at what he's doing.
Look at this.
Look at this.
I'm about to fix it. Give me a second.
Damn.
I'm not used to manning this post.
But that's basic computing.
Now, give me a second. The thing is that you left the size of the thing incorrect in the beginning.
I?
You did.
Did I? Am I the one controlling this? Okay, whatever.
There it is.
Okay. Finally. Here, Robbie's saying that CLA usually promotes the range 1.6K and 5 to 6K. I thought that was pretty instinctive, Thiago. Yeah, maybe somebody is such a connoisseur of CLA's mixing techniques.
Yes. I kind of have my own takes when it comes to the CLA mixing techniques.
Approaches.
I don't fully agree with their stance on many issues mixing related.
Such as what?
I feel that I have... I've come up with my own way, which is working upon what they did, of course, because I'm going to respect the work done by the great ones before me. But, of course, I can prove upon it. All right? Humbly, of course. I have no idea what the CLA is.
CLA is Cruise Lord Algae.
Okay. Yeah, that actually explains it.
Okay.
No, but thanks, Robbie. Jokes aside, yeah, I was just fiddling around. Honestly, I didn't go targeted. I just went with it until I found something that seemed like it made sense, and I kind of liked the result.
But you know why? I think I happen to be quite a subscriber to that approach to mixing as well. I think it's because it's very natural sounding. It's something that we as human beings gravitate towards, and it's one of the reasons why I like SSL. He also uses SSL stuff.
Okay.
And his sound is renowned for being quite SSL sounding. And yeah, I think it's more about the naturality of the sound and how we find these kind of frequency ranges as human beings to be pleasant. So keep rocking, I'm getting bored.
So look, let's get now to the goddamn honkiness.
What?
So let's listen to it. Let me try to come up with a plan, and then we'll tackle it once I feel that I'm kind of ready.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Totally not uncensored, you can say. Okay. I was trying to tell him that before you start to mess around, explain yourself, please. Go.
Okay, I will explain myself. So, after careful consideration and a little bit of soloing,
soul inspection.
it does look like the bass P, not the DI one, is holding quite a lot of the honkiness that you both have already pointed out, I believe. So let's start there.
Good.
So,
what's the plan?
The plan is finding the awful frequency and getting it out of the way. More than likely, here, I think. So let's try.
Before you do that, did you know that per cap? No, this channel strip is different from the one that you used before.
Yeah, it looks more edgy.
It's edgier
Yeah.
because this is the OG. This is the 4K. Where you have your mouse, can you see there's a little red button that says pre?
Yes.
If you click on it, you turn on the pre.
It was the pre.
You can add saturation to the bass sound.
Okay. Sounds cool.
I think you should give it a try before you.
And is this
Is
guy?
that not? Depending on how much you push it, you're gonna overload the circuit.
Okay, so let's since that sounds like fun, let's try that out first.
Yes.
Like it.
Wow, it's almost like it was already removing the honkiness.
And it glued a little bit more with the guitars as well.
Somehow, right? Can you elaborate more? Because that was such a CLA move.
It was indeed, wasn't it? I for the longest, for the entirety of the conversation, well, the first time that Robbie mentioned CLA, I was sure that was probably a university that came up with a method or something.
For real?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Come on.
Just to tell you how much I'm into it. I'm aware.
Okay, wherever.
So adding a little bit of grittiness, a little bit of saturation to the bass, made it feel a little bit smoother, and it glued together the rest of the more gritty elements of the mix.
Indeed.
I liked it.
Indeed.
Quite cool.
And also adds a little bit of compression.
Yeah.
Why?
Because saturating?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
That's not incorrect. Yeah, because you're turning you're adding a little bit of a square shape to the sound wave.
Yeah. And it's giving that extra
You're
context.
shaving off the peaks of the sound, and when you shave them off, you're actually applying some compression, and the result of an overly compressed, in this case, oversaturated sound is
audible saturation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're actually overloading.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Wow, that's
Wow.
science.
Look, even though just applying this extra bit of saturation already did some form of benefit to the issue of the honkiness, I still think that the plan can be kept of trying to minimize it further.
Please.
But I don't think we're gonna have to be as aggressive as we would have
Just
before.
as a reminder, there is a bunch of kids crying by the fact that you haven't fixed the honkiness of the bass. Somewhere in the
kids.
world, somewhere in probably Sri Lanka. So if you don't address
Sorry,
it,
Sri Lankan kids.
yeah, okay. So are you gonna do something about it or what?
I am gonna
I'm
do
just
something
trying to
about it.
motivate you. God damn it!
Let's go.
Go!
It's not this guy.
But don't look at that.
Here. There's something
Have you selected?
weird. Wait, give me a second. Something weird going on. Oh no, that's correct. Go. Okay. So, are you happy?
I don't know. Ask the kids in Sri Lanka.
Kids in Sri Lanka, are you happy?
Well, I don't know, but according to my liaison, yes, they are less upset
Okay, that's good to know.
because that was kind of not terrible, man.
Yeah. The cut was kind of aggressive, I think. I even felt the need to push a tiny bit the loudness of the fader
Yeah.
to compensate.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And I feel that it's still sitting correctly, but less annoying.
Yeah, I could even go a little further, man.
On the cut?
Yeah, but before I do that, I would take a look at the other bass sound, because remember that you're dealing with an amalgamation of two sounds,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, the other one, I don't think it had as much of this problem,
Funkiness.
but
It
let's
could be.
check
It
it out.
could be. Let's give it a try.
Let's check it out. Aren't we all?
That was good, man.
Yeah.
That was good. I gotta admit that was good. And here Roy is saying, notice that that cut the guitars sound much better. I agreed.
Yeah,
Dude.
agreed.
It's because you're getting rid of the
The stuff in the way.
the shit. It's already we have now we're on the right to swear. Yeah, it's no longer sounding like ass. Okay, technical terminology, of course.
Yeah.
But,
I'm actually quite familiar with the proper technical lingo, such as ass and shit.
yeah, because it shows that you attended the CLA University, man. Okay, and don't you know that's gonna be badge of honor from here onwards, man. We're gonna have we gotta make a meme out of that. Okay, so elaborate because that was actually a good move.
Yeah, look. So you already you both of you had already pointed out the honkiness, and also I think the other guy was honkier than this. I wouldn't call this as much honky as I would call it ugly. Yeah, because I think the other guy was more nasal. The other bass. This guy was simply ugly
Sucked.
and in the way and
Yes.
sucked. So I think we got rid of a good chunk of what sucked and allowed what doesn't suck to be a little bit more present and less sucky. All proper terminology, of course.
High-end terminology.
Yeah. Excuse the technical lingo.
Yeah.
For,
Yeah.
for those of you who are not invested in this.
Yeah, didn't attend it.
The
CLA University, yeah, of course. Okay, so what's the next move, dude?
Don't know. This is as far as my plan
Okay,
came.
that
So
sounds professional.
So let me listen to it and see if I can spot
Again?
something. Yes.
Okay. Many things happened.
Many things happened.
Can you explain what were you doing with the buttons over there?
So
Because it was a kind of like a wow moment, right?
look, in pursuit of answers for the fundamental questions of life, I decided to look at things from a different angle, as you would for the fundamental questions of life.
Yes.
Meaning, I was switching monitoring systems, and we took our sweet time because the one of them was waking up. So sorry for the delay, but since I was faced with not listening to music for a good chunk of time, I still don't know the answer to the fundamental questions of life. I'm still pursuing something to work on. I'm inclined to start beefing up some stuff because I think now we have a somewhat cleaner mix. I want to enhance the stuff that I feel that is important to the fundamental aesthetics of the song. We talked about being punchy and being aggressive. I want to work on the punchy. I want to see if I can make the drums punchier.
Just one question. What's your favorite instrument? What do you play?
I play the drums.
You should be working on drums. Right now.
Well, I'm trying actively not to be as much as a biased individual as I can.
I can see that you truly need to work on the drums because what you did so far, in my humble opinion, of course, totally not necessarily incorrect, but humbly, of course, I gotta admit, what you did so far with the guitars and the bass it's already opening up the space for the mix to feel that you need to do fun stuff now. Don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's no longer kind of annoying sounding. I can actually see the potential for this track to sound good.
Yeah.
The thing is that the fundamental of this kind of music is already, you establish it, is the guitars. They're kind of not awesome sounding,
But not as awful.
they feel like they are no longer just raw files
Yeah.
or recordings. Now I need to get some punchiness out of my drums so I can get excited. If I were you, of course.
Of course.
If I attended CLA University. If only I had the means to go to such a renowned and coveted place. I would first add emotion and energy to the drums. So that will push me to bring the rest forward.
Yes.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense.
Of course it does.
Yeah. I already mentioned that I wanted to work on the drums.
Ah, look
God
at
damn
that!
it.
Look at that! Look how convenient. How convenient.
Look, don't know if it's the time, but it's my mix, so I'm probably gonna go for it.
I'm the good, bad. I'm the man with the gun. Okay, go for
Yeah.
it.
Let me see what's the goddamn drums. Not here. This. Okay. We already did some slight
Light.
EQing to the
Just a kick.
I think we can do some work on the snare to make it pop a little bit more and hopefully beef it up a little bit more as well, which is my intention.
Yeah.
So let's
Would you
try that out.
Okay, go. I would like to give you some tips.
No, I don't want your tips.
So do it.
Keep them to yourself.
Ruin it. Go for it. What was that?
That was effing around and finding out.
You actually did find out.
Yeah, I did find out.
I think you did a good job there. A little bit, kind of too much in some areas because it became a little bit too enhanced to my taste. A little bit too obviously doctored. Because you pushed a little bit too much the highs. I think the mid highs are kind of correct. I would duck them down a little bit more conservatively.
Okay.
And also, I would consider lowering the output of the snare slightly, because due to the increment in volume or perceived loudness out of boosting those frequencies, you got a much more piercing sound. Also, I would try boosting up a little bit of the low end of the snare.
Yeah. That was
Adding a bit more
actually I was intending to try to go for that. I don't know where to find the proper low end for the snare, but I guess I'm gonna find out when I start messing around.
Look, you are gonna let's say that you're gonna stick to the EQ, okay, on the SSL.
Yeah.
You got there two bands, the blue and the black.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of them can act as shelving, as peaking. Sorry, you got a button underneath the gain. That guy actually turns that from shelving to a peaking equalizer. You can both of them have different ranges. They intersect at certain points.
Yeah.
When it comes to the low frequency, at the highest frequencies, it will intersect with some of the frequencies that would be the lowest of the mid lows. You could create a monster of a peaking EQ
by summing them both.
Yeah, that's a trick. Would it work? I don't know. Because you might be saying, but what's going to happen to my rumbleness? That's what you got a low cut.
Yeah.
For.
Yeah.
You could use the low cut to kind of similar to the pull tech, not necessarily similar, but
enhancing and cutting.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah.
Similar in principle. Okay. You could try that.
Yeah, I think that's worth a shot.
It could work, you say.
So let's try that out.
I might be into something. As it is, how do you feel?
I feel that I did some stuff that I liked and some others that I might want to readdress.
Like life
Because,
choices?
yeah,
Okay.
probably this wasn't the right career path for me.
Okay, whatever.
But probably this is not the time to have an existential crisis.
Too late for it, man.
Yeah. No, I went for beefing. I went for pushing some of the low end. I actually went for both bands, as you mentioned, as a concept. It beefed up, but I don't like the way that it beefed up. I think I'm gonna probably tweak it. Not necessarily change in principle what was done, but tweak it to get a better sweet spot.
In this case, if I may, this is one of those good examples of too much of a good thing, man. Because you got a very energetic sounding snare, and boosting the good stuff too much makes it way too apparent. For example, I'm still quite bothered by the mid range, the high mids on the snare being a bit too piercing. I like what they are doing, but they are a bit too in the nose.
Yeah.
Don't know if that makes sense to you. Also, it's a little bit too bright, and also it's louder now. You're clipping, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's because you're boosting too much energy. I learned that this is a transient-driven instrument.
Yeah.
So it's gonna explode with the EQ.
Yeah.
So what's your plan?
So the plan is gonna be maybe minimizing a little bit the enhancement of the highs. And I think I'm gonna play around with the Q and even with the frequency selector in the lows to see if I can pinpoint a little bit better the one that's gonna beef up without becoming too. You got it.
Professional terminology, CLA. Proud.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the kind of stuff that they teach us there.
That's your alma mater. Okay.
So let's give it a shot at that. Get rid of this. All right. I think this is better than before. Not fully happy, but I think it's better than before. I enhanced a little bit the Q in the low end. I felt that it allowed for the thing to beef up a little bit more. Yes, it needed a reduction on the highs. I didn't go ultra aggressive on the reduction because I like what it's doing. You were telling me that it's a little bit too bright.
It is indeed.
Yes, I like the brightness.
Yeah, but it's summing up with the cymbals.
But that maybe can be addressed with the symbols.
Okay, this is a matter of actual understanding the positioning and the sound frequencies in which of the instruments live.
Yes.
Are you suggesting to
That
carve
you're
a
wrong?
hole on a high-end sounding instrument, which the only information it contains is high-end, just because you want to have a mid-high instrument louder,
Makes sense to me.
which has way more than mid-highs?
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm just asking questions, and the thing is that
Sounds
when I see
reasonable, sounds reasonable.
patterns, it's basically like what happens with a crow, man. When they see patterns, it's cute, but when I do it, it's anti-Semitic. Okay, whatever. So, what's your plan then?
Let me listen to it and let me spot this issue that you're talking about with the
Okay.
high end.
That's good, but it's not solving the problem. You fixed another problem.
Well, I fixed something.
Go to the snare. Go to the snare again.
Yeah.
You see the green?
I see the green.
Just instead of boosting that much, boost half of it.
So, where is it? Here.
What a difference, right?
I like it better before.
No, dude, it was louder. You're no longer clipping. You're being fooled by volume. You're clipping at the channel strip, and also you were clipping at Logic, because that band is where most of the information is contained from that particular sound.
Yeah.
And by boosting it, of course, you made it louder.
Yeah.
And also, you can see that you even increased the width of the band. Not a problem with that, but you were boosting basically the entirety of the snare. So you were just pushing the snare louder, man.
That's how I like it.
Look at that. Okay, but it's not incorrect. The thing is that it was way too obnoxious, man. This could be a case of you being fooled by volume, because the snare was way too loud and it was piercing through. But it's not my mix. I'm just giving you tips.
Are you?
Are you gonna stick to it or not? That's up to you.
Yeah, it's already here. Let it live there.
How convenient, right? No, Mr. Stick to my guns. Okay, look at that. That's courage and yeah, you know the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Look. Since we started working on the high end, I want to see if I add some more definition to the organ. So pushing a little bit the highs, perhaps cutting a little bit more the lows, and see if it cuts a little bit better without having to push it.
Okay.
So let's give it a try.
May the Emperor protect.
May protect. All right.
That's a tough one, right?
Yeah, I did all sorts of things.
Why? First, describe the sound, because the organ. That's the wrench that I threw at you. It is.
Look, the organ is a sound that the core of it I consider to be the higher portion of the sound. Is the one that is a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more defined.
Wrong.
The
Whatever.
core.
Continue.
So if you're telling that I'm wrong, you might as well explain yourself.
It's not just the high end. The thing is that that organ is moving across most of the three bands of the frequency range.
Yeah.
Because it plays in a portion of the track is playing the low register, then it goes to the high register at the end, and then most of the time it's living in between the mid highs and the highs. So it basically, the entire spectrum is being covered by that freaking organ.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it isn't. I'm saying that I find the most important part, the core of what jumps out to us of the organ, is in the highs.
No, that applies to every sound, man, because our human ears are designed to pay attention to the highs.
No, it doesn't apply to the kick or the bass.
The kick, what gives definition to kick and bass?
It gives definition, but it's not the core of the sound.
No, but the sound is not, without the high end, you will not be paying the same attention. Otherwise, it will sound muffled like this.
Yes.
And that sounds like gas. You need the definition coming out of the highs. The issue with that organ, man, is that if you cut the mid range, the low mids, as you were doing at the beginning, you lost all of the organ, right?
Yes.
A good chunk of the sound.
Yeah, we lost some volume,
not that volume. It simply got lost in the mix. Then you went from, let me show the EQ.
Yeah.
Then you went for the normies, and then, no, then you went for the highs, mid highs, and you can see that you cut those guys. That was not necessarily bad movement. I think that would be a good move. I would do it a little bit more conservatively, because it's clashing with the guitars, the snare, and the cymbals. That particular band. The issue is when you went for the highs, super aggressive.
Yes.
And don't be fooled. This is actually a noob move. Since our human ears are very capable of understanding, defining, and organizing high-end sounds, we can fool ourselves quite easily by boosting the highs. And you see that you're committing the same mistake across the entirety of the mix. You're over boosting the highs. On every single move. If you want to watch this live stream in retrospect, you'll see that you have gone for those quite often.
Yeah, probably I won't do it because I already suffered enough for one run.
Yeah, no, but I think this is starting to show me a pattern here, man. Maybe you being a drummer has either pushed you to always look for the more the definition of the sound of the instrument that you play with, due to poor monitoring circumstances in your life. That's kind of a trauma. Or you being a drummer already ruined that particular frequency range of your hearing, and you feel that you need to compensate for it to be audible to you.
Well, I don't know.
And that would be the worst of cases, of cases scenario, man.
Yeah.
Because that somebody's asking, can you explain what you did?
I can try.
Okay, go.
So look, as you put it already, and I kind of had it in mind already, the organ is covering quite a lot of the frequency spectrum. Even though I expected to make it a little bit more pop more through the highs, I wanted to push a little bit the bottom end as well. So I went to the mid highs. I cut some of the stuff that I found to be ugly, and basically I pushed all the rest. I pushed a little bit the lows. I pushed a little bit the mid lows. Try to beef up the bottom part of the sound, and I pushed considerably the highs, trying to make it more defined and to pop more, which it did, but it did too much, it seems.
Yeah. And look, the whole point of this is it's amusing to me to see why you come up to those conclusions, because you have hit gold several times already, man. Being frank, I was expecting this to be way worse.
Thanks for the trust.
Yeah, of course,
bro.
Yeah, the thing is that in this case scenario, this is the tricky one. I won't tell you what I would do in this one, because I just wanted you to see the difficulty for this particular instrument. That's probably gonna be this guy is gonna be probably the bane of your existence for this mix, because it moves too much.
Yeah,
it's active the entirety of the track, even though it's correctly arranged.
It's playing different roles at different points of the track
exactly.
as well.
Good point. Good point. So you're gonna be facing tough choices across the spectrum, because it was the first move you wanted to do. Remember?
Yeah.
Why? Because maybe, you realize how present it is in the mix, man.
Yeah. And I also see it because of the whole thing of playing different roles at different parts of the song, playing across the entirety of the frequency spectrum. I see it as something that's going to be tricky. As something that's not going to be so pinpointed as some of the other moves, because, well...
Yeah, look, Robbie's giving you a good piece of advice. He says that mid of the organ is low frequencies. Yeah, look at that. I told you it's 50 to 100 hertz. Yeah. Depending on this mix, you would find something good out of the organ in that area.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the guesstimate based on the thing. Look, he's keeping at it. Look, the next one. Body will define it in between 200 and 300, yes, and keeps it simple.
Yeah.
The thing is that you're going to be facing also the compression discussion, the compression question.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of moments in which, by your moves on the EQ, you will probably need to control the dynamics.
Yeah, because since let's say I'm pushing the lows, I might even push more. The lower register of the organ performance is going to be more impacted by that. So I might have to use the compressor to control it a little bit. Yeah.
But what will happen with the compressor if you have the later portion of the track which has more high end?
What would happen?
Yeah, because you're gonna if you set the compressor based on the organ playing the lower register.
It'll be less compressed later on,
No, it's not.
depending on how I set it, of course.
Yeah, but if the high energy section or the higher register section is louder, it will trigger the compressor differently.
Yeah.
Problem, right?
Yes.
What would you do in that case?
Probably.
If only there was a way to multi-band compress.
Yes, I heard of that.
Yeah, but we're not gonna go there today.
No.
No, it's way
No,
too
we
early.
won't.
It's way too early. I'm gonna force you to do it later on. But that's tough. No, it's gonna be fun to see. And actually, SSL has a very fun 360, not 360, SSL compressor, multi-band compressor. Actually, is the two-band compressor, which you haven't used.
No.
Just to finish this live stream off, do some form of master fader
Action.
processing. Yes.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Just before we leave the organ, let me see the situation. No, just very, very quickly see the situation with the highs. Okay, let's leave it at that for the time being. Okay, so you want me to do what?
Master fader, master bus compression and EQing.
I don't feel like a master of anything right now.
Okay, click on some.
Some non-master, okay.
There is. You already have that guy loaded,
Yes.
which can be controlled through the surface.
Yeah, the main thing here.
That guy over there.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with it?
With the, like, by seeing it? I have seen it.
Okay,
If you call that familiar.
but how familiar can you explain to us in your own words what each of the knobs do?
All right. So let's see. Threshold, setting the loudness that is gonna have to be hit for the compressor to be engaged. Attack, how quick that engagement is gonna happen. Release, how quick it's gonna be let go.
Yes.
Ratio, how much.
Yes.
In, I suppose, is because
No doubt.
Yeah. Because of the loss in volume, makeup is to compensate.
Yes.
To make it louder.
What does that mean?
Mix knob, how much of the sound that we're hearing is the effect, is the processing, and how much is the sound coming in.
And
God bless you.
Yep.
I don't know.
Side chain high pass filter.
Okay. And?
It's a high pass filter. If you crank that up, you're
Yeah.
gonna take the low end out of the compression circuit, allowing the compression not to be triggered by the low end energy instruments such as, I don't know, a tambourine and cymbals.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Okay.
And maybe some shakers.
Yes, and here Robbie dropping some more piece of advice that I strongly recommend you to take a screenshot before we go. For you to have a good plan for the organ, because here is saying that you will find the body at 200 and 300 hertz, which we already discussed that, but also presence in between 2000 and 5000. That will give you plenty of body to the organ and sound to the organ, and it will allow it to sit properly. Period.
Okay. Is
To
that it?
quote.
Okay.
Okay.
To quote.
Okay. So
Yeah. So.
you're about to commit. This truly will take us to the Geneva Convention, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be awful, man. No.
This is gonna be something to remember.
Yeah. But it's
What's
gonna
your
be one of
plan?
those painful memories. What?
What's your plan?
Look,
Spray and pray?
my my plan, once again, the track is punchy. Maybe this can be an enhancer to the punchy factor of the track.
It actually will.
It will if I do it correctly.
Yeah.
Hopefully. That's the positive outcome. If I don't do it correctly, I'm simply gonna F up everything.
Yes.
So let's give it a shot.
Please do, Robbie. Please do. Somebody's just lost.
Yes, clearly.
And I need to drink some water because I've been shouting for way too long. Please, Robbie, help us with that one. It would be fine. Because for those of you who are not reading the chat, he's saying that I think we should tell Tiago, maybe not, but because we're having fun, we should tell Tiago
Who's having fun?
Most mixing engineers set this compressor to. Yes, please do, Robbie.
Yes.
While he comes back to
every piece of help and advice is highly appreciated because, as you can see, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Go back to the screen.
Well, that's on you.
Back we are.
Yes.
Ready?
No.
It clearly shows that you're not ready, man. So, in the meantime, can you elaborate your story skills for...
No, I think I just want to go back to it and keep fiddling at it until I get to something that doesn't make me cringe.
Okay, because you are barely compressing.
Yes, and still I'm muffing everything up.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
You're barely compressing and you're ruining it. Look, follow what he's telling you to do.
Yes.
Because this is a very, very common use for this compression.
Okay.
Say it like he's saying. Attack, 3.
Let me just go for it. 30.
Yes.
Release auto.
Yes.
Ah, you can do auto.
Yes.
Ratio 4.
Yes.
Which is considerably more aggressive than I currently have.
Yes.
There it is.
And then threshold and make up the taste to in order to compensate the threshold.
Okay. So, shall we?
Open the threshold all the way down and dog the makeup gain all the way down. No, that's not. The threshold is yeah, and the gain should be facing the threshold. Yeah. Those guys are meant, you see how beautiful they are designed?
Yes.
2 hands on it.
Yes.
And you can do it. You kind of did it. Your section is close to 70 something.
I don't know what number I'm looking at, so let's see.
Look at that.
83.
Yeah. That's fair.
Kind of there.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay,
Yeah. So, let's see. Now with Robbie's glorious input.
Yeah. So?
It's a good thing that I came up with all of these moves on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Totally not Michael Brower.
No, jokes aside, there's very good suggestions, Robbie. Thank you for showing me the way. This is indeed a lot better, clearly.
But can you understand why?
No.
At least you're honest. Look, easy. If you set the attack too fast, you're gonna squash the transients, which is squashing everything that should pop out in the mix.
Yeah.
So why would you go for a fast attack, right?
Well, you would if you're stupid.
Yes. Then the release. Auto is usually the kind of default setting that most people use for that one. I happen to always gravitate towards auto and the last one, 1 point something. Why? Because I don't like anything automatic in my life. It's just out of my hatred for
You saw a spite.
Yeah, it's a spite. Then the ratio, usually you have it there at 4. If you check on the hardware compressor that I got, the one on the rack is, I think I have it set to 10, man. But it's that changes dramatically the amount of threshold or how much I'm gonna push the threshold.
Yeah.
And the threshold is usually, I told you to do both threshold and makeup kind of chain. Well, of course, like if you were chaining them with your hands.
Yeah.
So you can actually control the amount of compression based on the threshold and compensating at the same time. So you can actually AV fast. The design of the compressor is that for a reason, because put your hands on the deck.
Yeah. We can do this.
Put your thumb on top of the input on the bypass button, while holding with one of your fingers.
So, sorry.
You can have your
Yeah. You
thumb
can have here.
and
Yeah. I got you.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is
Almost like if somebody was thinking about ergonomics. Here, Robbie says that full release auto is a starting point. Yeah, find the best for you too. Exactly.
Yeah, look, what you pointed me out here, Robbie, already put me in a way better position. I'm inclined to suck harder and kind of
that's
undo the benefit that you did.
that's
no,
my
I want to experiment.
that's my promise to you.
Yeah, no, I want to experiment with the ratio now that we got something that is working, because I do think it's already working. I want to experiment with the ratio and with the release and see. I might come back to this because this is working, or I might leave it if I find that that it works.
Try
better.
this. Go to the plugin.
Yes.
And you see that underneath where it says default preset.
Where?
Underneath.
Okay. Yes.
To the right, to the left. Left. No. Press on where it says B.
Yeah. Just do shit.
Let me check.
Look, you want to save this?
No, the thing is that you can have A/B comparisons, man.
Okay.
Wherever. So mess around.
No issues. Yeah, because I know how to come back to this because
Look at that.
Ratio. No, it's ratio 4 in auto game.
Okay,
auto
go.
release.
Go.
Let's go. Okay. Some things were done. First, release. I effed around with it. I find that in auto was working. I came back to auto. Ratio. I pushed the ratio. I went to 10. I liked it. I felt that it was a bit too much. I lowered a tiny bit the mix knob. I like how it's a little bit more punchy, but it was a little bit overbearing. So that's my take. Do you guys concur? Do you guys think I put it through orifices that shouldn't be explored by the man?
No. I think I like what you did. In general, I found the ratio being higher to be more efficient. Gave us a much more punchier sounding mix because I could feel it in the kick.
Yeah, me too.
Automatically.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess around with the wet knob. But that's just me.
Yeah, you felt like at 100% was good.
Yeah, but I can see why you felt that it was too much. In that case, lower the threshold.
Okay.
Compress a little bit less. Got me? So you can get a more natural sound, but still boosting the punch.
Okay. So,
You could give it a try because this is not a bad move. It's just personally speaking, out of a good amount of years now using this plugin.
Okay, so let me push the thing back to 100 and try to compensate what I did with that with the threshold in a way that feels more organic.
Yeah, go.
Let's go.
What do you think?
I like it, but honestly, I felt better about it when I was with the mix knob. When I did it with the mix knob, I felt that it was more. My move was more controlled.
Yeah.
This I felt like I was kind of stumbling through trying to find something. And with the mix knob, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, because it's an easier way to bring both and kind of balance it out. The thing is that some hardware units doesn't have a mix knob using this kind of circuit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you find yourself using, for example, the one that you got over there by your side, which doesn't have
Yeah.
a mix knob,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a hard time pulling this off.
Yes.
So this is a moment in which Robbie's asking, "What's your side chain?" Check, because maybe you could open it up or
83.
making it close it down a little bit more, so it clamps a little bit more of the energy from the kick.
Let's see.
How about that?
Okay, now we went from 83 to
6 to
56, and it's working better. The kick is a little bit more punchy.
Yeah, why?
Because this is basically defining what kind of frequencies are going to be ignored, right?
It's basically a low cut.
Yeah.
So everything that it's under that won't be affected by the compressor. But everything starting from that point onwards is going through. Triggering the circuit.
Well, when it comes to
wait,
it's
triggering
basically-
the circuit, not the
okay.
compression.
So it is in relation to the threshold,
It is.
basically. Okay, so it's compressing more? No, it's not compressing more. It's compressing less
No,
in
it's
this case
using
because it's the last low end being used for the compression.
you're adding more of the low end.
Yes, and it feels like that.
Yeah, it's doing more of the mix together.
Yeah, because the kick is punchier.
Yeah.
It's ballsier.
The thing is that if you don't have one of those side chains, which,
Yeah.
believe it or not, used to be not part of the original design,
Mm.
you will squash the living stuff out of the low end.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the sound of stereo records from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Mm?
Yeah.
Plus vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yes.
But I think it's sounding good. What do you guys think?
I
Robbie,
like
what do you
it.
think?
I like it. Want to finish it off?
Did we print the starting
No.
point?
Well, it's up to you.
No, it's not.
No. So,
So I suppose we're gonna be comparing to the starting point of the previous.
the previous stamp.
Yes.
So it's gonna be disgraceful. But wherever.
All right. So we saved this one, and now
Yes.
we've learned our lesson.
Yes.
All right. So what we're gonna be doing now? We're gonna be A/Bing. We're gonna be referencing what we have now versus what we started with last week because we didn't print a reference track.
Somebody didn't.
Yes. I'm still getting used to this workflow. Give me a cup of tea.
A fuse.
Throw me a bone. That's the one I want.
Look at that. Yes.
So look, this is the tool that we're going to use for the job. This is AB, the adapter metric AB. Basically, when you see blue on these balls, is because we're listening to what we did today. And if you see orange, we're listening to the reference track that we had loaded before that we didn't do today to have the reference point for the beginning of this
How
section.
professional.
So we're going to be referencing to the beginning of the previous session. Hopefully, it's going to sound better whenever it's blue, and it's going to sound worse whenever it's orange. And if it doesn't, it means that I sucked even harder than I expected. So let's listen to this. How do you get rid of the cycle from here?
You.
I'll just do this. All right.
What's that? Enter. Just
Just
on the
do-
surface.
just
On
do
the
this.
surface. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's listen to it. All right. So what do we think?
It has improved. dramatical. I gotta say that this mix, today's push, was very good in general. I think you're not sucking as hard as I expected you to suck. Still, the curveball that is the organ is gonna be a pain in the rear for
It's
a
gonna
good
be a
chunk.
tricky one, right?
Yeah, I like the compressor actually. Your compression on the master bus was adequate for the genre.
Yeah, it was
just-
of course a collaborative effort
Yeah, but
with Robbie. It gave me a way better starting point, and yeah, and from what he gave me, I feel that this a little bit more aggressive with the ratio more
in your face.
yeah, in your face. I liked it. I think it turned up the punch.
Yes, it's doing a good job. I also gotta tell you that your high end in general, of course, the other mixes that you used to for referencing are not non-doctored, so you don't have you have a little bit more of a detailed, silkier sounding high end. That helps quite a lot the sound of the entire mix. So in general, I think it worked. Today wasn't a disgrace.
So you're not offended.
I am, but I could be more.
So high praise it is then.
How about you?
No, look, since I am very aware of the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm also very aware of the fact that even the result that I currently have is the result of Robbie and you inputting quite a lot. So far from my own volition taking shape, but I like where we are right now. I think this is sounding is starting to get a little bit more exciting. It's less cluttered because the low end we began with that. The cleaning on the low end was meaningful. I think some of the enhancements to the high end make things pop a little bit. The compressor now at the end pushed the punch quite a lot. And all in all, I'm happy with where we stand right now. Of course, plenty to be done. Still plenty to be learned because I still don't know what I'm doing. But I think it's moving forward, which
Okay.
is enough.
Hero is saying that so much cleaner and the cuts you made worked well. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So look at that. So at least you can be assured that there is some form of communion,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term. There is some form of quorum. That's a better word. When it comes to the universal appreciation of your mess. And Hero is in the bass is better. The guitars have more clarity and definition. Yes, indeed. Bat.
But what?
Still boring. You will have to add fun to it next week.
Let's go. We're
So
gonna
that-
get to it.
that's gonna be
give
your plan.
Give me a second.
That's gonna be your plan. So take some.
So thanks for joining, girls and boys. It has been interesting to say the least.
You're scared almost like fearlessly.
Yes. And we do this on a weekly basis. So next week I'm gonna be here more than likely effing up this mix even further, and it will be great to have you here and having you here as well.
Yes.
So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe, ring the bell. That way you're gonna be notified whenever we do this daring stunts live, and also for the non-live stuff as well, because the channel actually provides quite a lot of insights when it comes to mixing and production. So if you're into that, you're in the right place.
Yes.
So subscribe.
And final comment from Robbie. Your lack of low end and sub lows is concerning.
Yes.
It is indeed.
So something to be addressed next week,
Yeah,
because we
because-
had enough for today.
Yeah, you need to apply an EQ to the a master EQ. That's gonna be the first thing you do next week.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with a bang.
Yeah, already start
Like,
effing up the whole thing.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so as every single time we meet you, we're gonna remind you that you should never let anybody tell you what to dream about, and remember that we will see you when we see you. And thanks for joining and watching. Here we go. Let me do this. Give me a second.
Oh, professionalism.
There.